In Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13, Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth." When you're a Christian in sport, it's really hard because for all of us really, you want to fit in, don't you? I mean, it's hard not to fit in when you're a club or team, because you do know that there are things in your club or team in sport that need to be challenged, that just aren't right. This is where this picture gets really useful. Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth." There are two things about salt that are worth noticing. It's always been the case. First of all, before refrigeration, before you had fridges, salt was used to preserve meat, to slow down the rate at which it got bad. So the first thing about being a Christian in sport is that if you're salty, you should prevent the culture getting worse, or at least slow it down. You should be the person who's saying, let's change that, let's not do that. Let's do it that way to make it a better place. A second aspect of salt is almost the flip side of that. Not only does it stop things getting worse, but actually, of course, salt has always made food taste better. Put some salt on, it's nice. The Christian in sport should always be somebody who makes the culture a better place, tastier place. When they're there, it's a good place to be. The world's richer for the Christian being around. But of course, this is a daunting task, isn't it? What? You've got to stop sport getting worse, and you've got to make it a tastier place to be when you're around. Hey, thank goodness the verse doesn't say you must be the salt of the earth. Thank goodness Jesus says you are the salt of the earth. If Jesus has come to live in you by his Spirit, you are the salt of the earth. So wherever you are, the salt is. Now that's a relief, isn't it? So go and be salty.